If I started making money online from scratch, here is exactly what I would do. I'd first of all learn from somebody that I could trust. Now you might be saying, how can I trust you and the information that you're giving me in this video? Well, I've been doing this online stuff for over the past 10 years now, and yes, I started literally when I was just 14 years old. I've struggled a lot to figure things out. I did a lot of things the wrong way, so I'm making this video basically to help that one person out who's just starting their online journey, who wants to know the absolute best path to go down and the route that somebody who's already been doing this for over 10 years would recommend. And there's a lot of troubles along the way with this journey, but most importantly, I struggled to get started. I didn't know which path to go down, which business to start. There were so many different options. And in this video, before demonstrating my step-by-step plan for making money online from scratch, let me first tell you what I did so you can copy what worked, what I did, and avoid what didn't. What I did was I went into this journey of making money online with literally no guidance, no blueprint, and worst of all, I didn't have any clear plan. All I wanted was, of course, a bunch of money in my bank account, but I had no idea how to get there. This caused me to waste a ton of time, but hopefully this video will help make your life a lot easier. And I truly believe I could have had success much sooner. Now I'm at the point where I've made millions upon millions of dollars online. I feel really blessed to be in the position I'm in, and the reason I'm making this video is basically to make your life a lot easier. And so if I was just starting making money online from scratch right now, I would first and foremost, step number one, make a game plan. You might be surprised to hear this, but I really don't believe that making money online is very hard if you are working on the right things. In my opinion, there's a difference between smart work and hard work. And the first type of work is what we want to be focusing on when we're just starting our journey of making money online. Because imagine if you put all your time and energy into doing online surveys that paid you a couple cents or a couple dollars per survey that you completed. Even if you put all your time and energy into that, it would only get you a couple dollars, as opposed to working on some of these other things. Then you could potentially make a lot more money with a lot less effort. And you see, what a lot of people do when they just start this journey is they find 20 different business models, they try out a bunch of different ones, not really going all in on a single one, mostly because they don't know if what they were working on is going to work. For example, if they're running YouTube channels, they could just be one video away from their channel blowing up and their entire life changing. If they're running a dropshipping store, they could be one product away. I think you get the point. And if you spend the most active years of your life jumping between a bunch of different business models, never going all in on one, you'll end up wasting a lot of time and not having any huge success with any one of them. So before you step into anything, make sure first of all, it's a good business model, and I'll tell you exactly the best business models and exactly how to get started with that, and make sure you have a solid game plan. And in order to plan how to make money online from scratch, I want you to ask yourself these 4 questions. What potential skills or businesses interest me? How can you learn this particular skill or start this particular business? How will you get better at it and monetize it so you can make sufficient money? And how will you then grow and scale that venture to be eventually passive? Now, just hearing these questions might stress you out because you're like, I don't have the answers to them. Well, don't worry. That's literally why I'm making this video, to help get you those answers. All I want you to do at this step, think about a couple things you're interested in. Just jot them down on a piece of paper or Google Docs. Literally write down like 5 things that you're interested in, you have a passion in, you think might be an online business you might want to get into. For example, you might write down digital design, running YouTube channels, doing video editing. And once you've got that list, then it's time for step number 2, which is now skill acquisition. And the way I would recommend doing this is by going to places like Skillshare and just learning as much as you possibly can on a particular topic to become sufficient in it. But I don't just want you to go around and learn any skill. You need to be learning about something that other people are actually interested in, and something you're going to be able to monetize and make a lot of money, and that will come in another step. So the best, most profitable skills that you can get into are related to health, wealth, relationships, online marketing, social media, technology, travel, and artificial intelligence. And the reason these are the best and most profitable skills that you can learn about is because these are not only some of the most trending subjects right now, but they're also subjects that people typically have a lot of problems in that they want to get solved. And remember this, if you solve people's problems, you will make a lot of money in return if you monetize it the right way. So if I was just starting making money online from scratch, I would refer back to that list that I initially made, and I would see that one of the things I wrote down was digital design, just because that's something I'm personally interested in. And this relates directly to not only online marketing, but a lot of those other different topics as well, Because think about it, even companies related to health or travel still need digital design. They need logos done, they need graphics for their blogs or their products. And basically, this is a very good skill, along with things like video editing as well. But I'm a little bit personally more interested in digital design, so we're gonna go with that. And what's awesome about Skillshare, which I just mentioned, is that if you go to Skillshare, you can go over here to this section called Learning Paths. And these are essentially different paths you can go down to learn about particular skills and to more specifically learn about the skill that you are most interested in and the sub-skill under that. Let me explain. So essentially, if I want to learn more about digital design, I know that one of the most trending tools out there for doing digital design online is the tool Canva. And I'm personally currently actually trying to learn Canva more for a couple different reasons, which I'll go over here in just a second. But if I wanted to learn about Canva, I could literally just go over to this Skillshare course. Say I signed up for a free trial on here, and I could literally get started learning as soon as possible. So if I go over to this course, what you'll notice is that this isn't just a course. This actually consists of 6 different classes, and you can go and do the class that makes the most amount of sense to what you want to do. So for example, if I want to learn about digital design when it relates to social media and YouTube, because of course I run a bunch of different YouTube channels, and even though I do hire a lot of people to help me with those channels, I still want to know how to do certain things myself. And that's actually why I'm trying to become more proficient in digital design myself. And now with tools like Canva, you know, there's no excuse for it. So I'm actually going through this Skillshare class right here, which is social media content creation in Canva. And specifically what I'm focusing on in this course is, if we go down right here, the YouTube section of this. So as you can see, you can create YouTube channel banners, YouTube thumbnails, YouTube end screens, and things that are related to what I'm currently doing right now. But my recommendation to you, if you were just starting to make money online, and if I was personally just starting, I would become proficient in as many of these different skills and different social media as possible, because a lot of the fundamentals are the same across here, especially when it comes to digital design and using it with social media. And then what I would do is I would post a bunch of different Fiverr gigs and also have my services available on places like Upwork. And then that's how I can start making that initial money with digital design. And that's really important here to get some initial money flowing from this. And I'm also using Canva to create slideshow presentations for my online courses that I sell. And as you can see, there's another learning path if we scroll down right here for specifically doing presentations, making videos with Canva, and things that relate directly to that. So that's probably the next class I'm gonna go through right here after I'm done with the first one. So I highly recommend Skillshare. You can check it out down at the link below. Huge thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and making it possible for me to bring content like this to you guys to give you as much value as I possibly can. The first 500 people to use the link down in the description will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. There's tons of variety of courses in every category imaginable: photography, graphic design, music, cooking, business, marketing. Literally almost anything you want to learn about is on Skillshare. Check it out below. And now it's time for step number 3, which is figuring out how to monetize your skill as much as possible. And of course, that all starts with trading your time for money. And this is just the first phase of this. In fact, this can get a lot more fun and you can make a lot more money with the next phase we're going to talk about here in just a second. But it's important that we get the fundamentals down first and foremost. And it's also important we start making some initial money and to keep us doing this. Because if we're focusing on a business model initially that takes months and months of work and capital and everything that's required to make any sizable amount of money, for example, let's say you're making your own online course, that typically takes quite a bit of time to put that together. If you want to make a really good one, at least a few weeks to a few months, and there's a very high chance that you'll get demotivated in that process and quit before you ever finish your course. So it's important we start getting those initial wins. And the way we're going to do that, make a gig on Fiverr, price it super cheap, start getting some clients, start making some money, then gradually raise your prices as you get more and more reviews on those platforms. As you're doing this, you're becoming more proficient in the skill, but not only that, you're also making money. But eventually you are going to need to leverage this to the next level to make even more money. Because at the end of the day, you only have so many hours that you can put towards doing this and trading your time for money. So we need to sell things that can make us money at all times of the day, even when we're sleeping. And like I said, this is when it starts to get fun in my personal opinion. So in that digital design example, how can we make that passive? Aren't we going to always need to trade our time for money? Not necessarily. We could, for example, example, create templates to use on things like Photoshop or Canva, and then sell those on places like Gumroad or other digital marketplaces where every time we get a sale on one of those marketplaces, we don't have to do any work with fulfilling it. It will automatically be fulfilled. So let's think about this even further. The skills that we've developed from doing digital design, for example, are very valuable. And of course, other people want to know about them. That's why courses like we just mentioned, Skillshare, exist, where people can sign up for subscriptions and learn more about those subjects because they're valuable skills. So what if you took those skills that you've learned, and what if you then made your own course teaching a subject? For example, how to create YouTube thumbnails step by step, have an entire course around that. And by this time, you hopefully will have good reviews from places like Fiverr or Upwork if you've done some of this, and some good testimonials, which then you can use to then sell your course. And the goal of this is for you to eventually make more money with your passive income streams like selling your course or selling your templates than your active income streams where you have to trade your time for money doing that freelancing work. And also potentially you could make a course on Skillshare and sell it there as well and start making some recurring money from that. Skillshare will help you with the promotion of your course and everything, but if you sell it in other places, then you will have to focus on the promotion as well. And that's what brings me to step number 4, which is building digital assets. And one of the best digital assets you can build, in my opinion, I'm very biased when it comes to this, but I really believe in this type of digital asset so much because it brought me from a broke high school student to being able to travel the world, making millions of dollars online, being able to give back, and that is by using the platform you're on right now, YouTube. YouTube is one of the most powerful traffic sources because it is what I would consider to be semi-passive. You upload a video once, and if that video isn't an evergreen subject, it can continue to get views for years into the future. And if you post enough YouTube videos, you'll build up a huge backlog so you can continue getting views from that big backlog of videos for a long time going forward. And then you use that semi-passive traffic source, YouTube channels, to promote your passive way of making money, which could be, for example, selling those templates on Gumroad or selling your own online course. And if you did have a little bit of extra time, you could of course market your services as well, but at this point you'll be charging a premium for them. You won't just be trading your time for a little bit of money like you did in the beginning. But that was an important step, and that is where I would start. And what's really cool about building these digital assets, for example, running a YouTube channel, is that you can monetize directly on YouTube. So once you get 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, boom, YouTube will put ads on your videos, and boom, you are making money. And now you have 3 to 4 different income streams, all working symbiotically with each other and helping each other. And this is something that I wish I understood when I was just starting making money online. Initially, I focused on building YouTube channels up in different niches. None of them really fed each other or anything. I ran a bunch of these faceless YouTube channels, and I still do to this day, but they were all in different niches, which you could consider diversified income streams, which is great, but they don't all feed each other. When one channel grows, the other one doesn't necessarily also grow. That is very different than what I'm presenting to you right here, which is having your different streams of income feed each other. You get more views on YouTube, you make more ad revenue, and also you sell more of whatever you're selling. Not only that, but let's add in yet another stream of income, which will be affiliate marketing. So let's become an affiliate for Canva. We can literally sign up to promote Canva or Skillshare, for instance, become an affiliate for these companies that you actually believe in, and then every time someone signs up to those, you can start to get recurring revenue. Depending on the affiliate, look into the terms and conditions of the affiliate you sign up for. What you ideally want is a recurring revenue, so you continue making money for the lifetime of a customer that you refer. So if you have a YouTube channel, for instance, about how to do digital design, how to do graphic design, how to create YouTube channel banners step by step, just make tutorials on everything related to digital design with Canva, and promote your own online course, and boom, you have so many different income streams that all feed each other. And now it's time for step number 5, which is to remember to live your life while you're doing this. This is a huge mistake I made when I was initially starting making money online. I put all of my time and focus and energy into this, which was both a blessing and a curse. And it was a blessing because it brought me financial independence at a very young age, but it was a curse because I put my social life, my enjoyment, things I like to do for fun at the back burner. And that's not what you want to do. Trust me when I say, if you're working on things in a very smart way, which is what I'm presenting to you in this video here today, you will have more than enough time to both live your life and to do work. And the whole purpose of doing this is to become hopefully financially independent so you can do the things that you want to do. You can spend time with the people you want to spend time with. So think about your goals and also do that along the way, because nothing in life is guaranteed. So it's important that you do things you want to do as well. And one of the things I wish I did earlier was actually start traveling the world, which I've only recently done in the past couple of years, but I could have easily done that as I initially started making money. Doing things like traveling, for instance, exposes you to more people, more points of view, and basically makes you a more well-rounded person in my estimation. Just make sure that you set aside at least 1 or a couple hours every day to work just a little bit towards your goal of making money online, and if you do that, you will be set up for success. And now it's time for step number 6, which is to make this more passive. Now, we've already got a semi-passive traffic source, which was YouTube, and we've paired that with all those different passive ways of making money. And once we start making money from that, it's important that we invest at least a little bit of it into ways of making this even more passive. For instance, we can use some of that money to buy ads. So let's say we're selling a course, buy some YouTube ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads to promote that course, make even more money, put more money back into it, plus you're growing your audience because more people know about you. There's so many different related benefits that come with that. And then after you've invested back into your own business and back into your education, so you can put a little bit of money, for instance, into things like Skillshare or other online courses. Like, for example, I have a course to mastery monetization. If you want to learn exactly how to grow hyper profitable YouTube channels without ever even showing your face potentially, you can invest in things like that if you wanted to. After doing that, and after in turn making hopefully more and more money, then I would recommend also investing in other passive income streams. Like, for example, I put money into the stock market, specifically ETFs, which are basically just collections of different companies within the stock market. So you're basically diversifying your investments, and then you make a small amount of money back in terms of dividends. But more importantly than that, the value of those stocks can grow over time, and you can hopefully build more wealth. And historically, if you track the S&P 500, which is the overall stock market, then you could potentially make a good amount of passive income doing that. And so this plan that I'm giving you within this video today really does work, and I want to give you kind of a synopsis of that plan right now, so you have a summary of exactly what to do and exactly what to get started on. And the first thing that you need to do is choose a couple things you're interested in, then take those things and make a game plan of what you're going to do, so you're not just going into this with guessing. And what's involved with that is learning skills. Couldn't recommend Skillshare enough. Thanks again, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video to learn more about different skills. You can also watch YouTube videos just like I have on my channel, for instance, if you want to learn about making money online or growing on YouTube. Then figure out how to monetize that skill. Initially, you'll trade your time for money, but then you'll figure out how to make money at all hours during the day, like we talked about in this video. I gave you examples how to do that. Then we'll start building our digital assets that can make us money at all hours of the day. Make sure to live our life while doing this, reinvest to make this even more passive, and that is exactly what I would do if I was just starting to make money online from scratch. And now I've mentioned running YouTube channels several times throughout this video, and that's because it's something I truly believe in, especially if you do it the right way. And this video right here next to me will show you the right way of doing this. This video right here is essentially a free course. It's a free guide I made you, and basically it'll go over 4 secrets for running faceless YouTube channels the right way. So check it out right here, everybody. My name is Matt Parr. It's been a pleasure teaching you today, and hopefully I'll see you there.